Hi, I'm Tia Walker, and I'm here today with Dr. Rita Lustgarten, CEO and founder of Women on the Leading Edge. And she is truly a Renaissance woman, philanthropist, world and global keynote speaker, community leader, activist, many things, transformational leader. And I'm so excited because we're here talking about your leadership summit. And I want to talk a little bit about what the inspiration for that has been.
Probably my whole life. You know, I feel like this upcoming Women of Influence Global Leadership Summit is really the expression of, it's really my legacy and it's really my life's work, and it's where my spirit and my heart and all my wisdom and brilliance is expressed, you know, through this work of really wanting to create change in the world through the empowerment of women as leaders.
Wow. Well, I can only imagine. I know you've been in the field for over 30 years. And what are you hoping that women experience when they come through this beautiful summit?
Well, I'd say a number of things. I mean, first, I feel like we're in times of tremendous, tremendous challenge, and that the world is really needing something very different. And I feel that in the midst of the all the war that's happening and the fragility of life and precariousness of every moment that we get through the news, that there is simultaneously a call for a new kind of leadership and a new kind of power.
Yes.
And I really believe that women can bring that forward. And my work and my company is dedicated to the realization of this. I mean, my work is actually about causing transformation in the world through the empowerment of women as leaders. And I believe the more women we have as leaders, that we will actually uplift the consciousness of humanity and create radical change in the world. And the summit really is a Women of Influence Global Leadership Summit, and it's about creating radical change and a radically different future for our world.
Wow. And I can tell from that you're passionate about it.
Yes.
And it's
Yes.
your life's work. Now,
Yes.
where do you see women who join the summit or come in and be a part of the summit? Where do you see that taking them?
Part of my work is really bringing women together. I mean, there's a few different facets of my work, but this particular summit is about bringing women together who are already influential and have a certain level of success and power. Because my vision is that when you bring women together who are already at a high level, that the transformation that can happen and the opportunities and possibilities that can emerge is unfathomable.
Wow.
So that's really the focus of the summit is going to be a place where women business leaders, global visionaries, thought leaders, philanthropists, change makers come together at a very high level and really work on up-leveling their own leadership, expanding their influence and global impact, and also creating a radical different future for our world.
Wow. Well, that sounds powerful, and I can only imagine when you get those type of women in one room, what could happen and the possibilities.
Yeah.
So from this summit, yes.
And I also feel that what's being called for is a new, as I said, a new paradigm. And I see the emergence of the feminine as actually a new paradigm, you know, for leadership and for business. And I believe this has to be taken into the business world. I feel the entrepreneurial world in and of itself is a place where radical change can happen. And when people start uplifting themselves and become a force for good in the world, then we really do create change that is unlike any change we've ever had before. And that is one of the deepest intentions of this summit.
Wow, that is a beautiful intention that you hold for businesses and corporations who really, truly, I think they are ready. They're ready for the feminine to be evoked in those spaces.
Yes. And I feel that it's a different kind of, so I've been studying archetypes for years.
Okay.
You know, and there's different archetypes. And one of the things that I believe holds women back is trying to be successful in a male-dominated, male-defined culture.
Yes.
And women are very, very sensitive to the cultural and social expectations of who they need to be and how they need to be in order to be successful. And that's actually what I believe keeps women bound, and what I see really as the glass ceiling I see as inside of women. You know, that in internalizing a culture that doesn't really mirror the gifts and differences of women, the psychological impact of that holds women back. And what I see many women doing is actually they deny their own sense of authenticity in order to be successful. Because women who are high achievers, and I'm one of those women who are high achievers, right? There is a fear of being irrelevant, and no woman wants to be irrelevant, right? So women have learned how to be successful in a man's world. But it's only taken us so far. And so this coming together summit is, it's going to be a environment that is like a think tank-like setting. It's a very sophisticated environment. It is not for this invitation only. It's really about women who are at a certain level, who want to expand their leadership, that really want to expand their influence and global reach, but also want to become a force for change in the world. Wow. And I work with a lot of women don't necessarily want to be a force for change in the world, but I believe that the deepest call now is for women to come forward to create the change that they're capable of changing.
Yes.
And this summit is about women leaving their mark on the world, really creating their legacy and making their largest contribution and having the greatest impact. That I actually believe it's more possible now than ever in the history of the human race.